Alright, here are the 2 pieces of pork belly that I got at the Asian market. They still have the rib sections on the bottom, so I'm going to be cutting these off. So to do that, we just stand it up. We come in behind the rib bone, curve your knife towards the rib bone, and just cut to the bottom. These are very good. I'm going to keep these, and we'll use these when I make ribs. Again, you just get behind it, keep your knife pointed towards the bone. It'll follow the bone right down and right out the bottom. So let me get these ready for the next step, and I'll bring you back. Alright, we have our wok filled between 1/2 and 3/4 of the way full. You want to submerge the pork. So we're going to put both these in. We're going to add 5 slices of ginger. 2 green onions that are tied in a knot. And then Shaoxing cooking wine. About 1/2 cup. We're going to turn this on high. You want to start out with cold water. Put your meat, everything in cold water, and then you bring it to a boil. Once it comes to a boil, we're going to simmer it for 15 minutes. Then we're going to take it out. We're going to drain it. Alright, we're back. This is at a full boil. I added some Sichuan peppercorns and about 5-star anise in here also. And I'll add that to the recipe. Just gives it a really good flavor. So now I'm going to turn this down to low. We're going to simmer this for 15 minutes. Alright, it's been 15 minutes. My timers went off. We're going to take the pork belly out. And you're going to see that it's expanded in size. It was very thin before, now it's very thick. I'm going to lay this on a plate. We're going to let it cool down a little bit. I'm going to show you the next process. This is by Jacquard. It's a meat tenderizer. You can see there's 48 little spikes that come out the bottom. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my piece of pork. We want to poke holes in the top of this meat. The more you can get in it, the better. Sometimes I lay it down. That's that. This will help the skin puff up when we do it. And the good thing about the Jacquard is it has this slider. You slide this, push it, the insert comes out. You just throw this in a dishwasher along with this. It'll wash it, you put it back together, and you're good to go. Now our next step, I have some dark soy sauce here. We're going to coat this with dark soy sauce. This is going to give it a beautiful color. If you notice, I have gloves on. If you don't, your hands will turn dark from the soy sauce. Make sure you get your ends. we get it coated, I lay it on a plate with chopsticks underneath of it. Now we're going to let this dry for about 30 minutes to an hour, because we're going to deep fry this in. And if there's a lot of moisture in there, you'll see what's going to happen, because you'll never get all the moisture out of it. So when I go to deep fry it, you'll see what's going to happen to the oil. I'll bring you back. Alright, I have my wok here. I have about a good inch of oil in the bottom. This is peanut oil, so it has an extremely high smoke point. Now we're going to take our 2 pieces of pork belly, and we're going to stand it up in this pan. This is the hardest part of the whole thing, getting them to stand up in here, because you want to put the skin side down first. Now we're going to turn the heat on, and we're going to start cooking this. The reason we put this in the cold oil is, as this oil heats up, there's still some water in this meat. It's going to pop and splash, and so we want to put it in cold and then heat it up. And then once you hear the really first big pop, we're going to time it for 5 minutes. Then the skin side will be done, and then we're going to lay it on the sides and fry both sides for about 2 minutes on each side. And we're going to take it out of here. We're going to put it in a container of ice cold water and let it set for 24 hours. So I'll bring you back when this starts popping and sizzling. Alright, I'm just going to show you this real quick before it really starts splattering. But you can see it's starting to, you hear the big burps that come out of it. But there's gonna be one really big one here soon. So there, that was the one we want. So now we're gonna time this for 5 minutes. And we're gonna keep frying it for 5 minutes, and then I'll bring you back. Alright, it's been 5 minutes. You can hear that it really settled down. So now we're going to put them on their side. We're going to fry them like this for a minute or 2. The timer's just about to go off. Take the lid off. Now they've been fried on all sides. Top is nice and dark and crispy. Now we put them in the ice water. This will go in the refrigerator for 24 hours. Alright, I took my pork out of the refrigerator. It was soaking for 24 hours. I'm going to slice each one of these in half. Inside is very beautiful. I'm going to use my meat slicer because these are very thin. I don't want to take a chance on cutting myself if I'm trying to cut them into slices. So I'm going to put each one of these on my meat slicer. This might get a little loud, but I'm going to slice all 4 of these chunks into slices. That's what the inside looks like. And that's a thickness. They're about a 1/2 inch thick. So let me cut this last one up and then I'll show you the next part. Alright, these are pickled mustard greens that I get at the Asian market. I'm just going to cut them up in thin strips. Alright, once you get it at this stage, just going to go through, cut it into smaller chunks. Then I took my pork belly, I matched all the cuts up that I sliced. Now we're going to take this pickled mustard. We're going to go all around this. Now, this is a fresher version. I also have some that comes out of packages that I get at the Asian market. It's the same exact thing, only this is packaged in a package. The juice you put on. Now we're just going to pack this down. And I'm going to make a sauce for on this, and then we'll get ready and steam it. I'll bring you back. Alright, so in this bowl I have 2 tablespoons of oyster sauce. We're going to add 2 tablespoons of dark soy. Two tablespoons of light soy. Two tablespoons of Shaoxing cooking wine. Ingredients. Now we just mix this up really well. Bring our bowl over. Pour this over top. And that's it. When I get to the steaming part, I'll show that to you. Alright, welcome back. I have my water here, it's coming to a boil. This is our pork belly with the pickled mustard on top. Set that inside. This is going to boil for about 1.5 hours. So we'll bring you back then. Alright. This is our pork and mustard greens. Been steaming for 1.5 hours. The hardest part's going to be getting it out of there. on this plate. So here it is. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drain this liquid into a pan, and then I'm going to thicken the sauce that's in the pan. So let me drain this off and I'll bring you back. Alright, now we put a plate on here. We flip it upside down. And there is our pork belly with mustard greens underneath. Alright, we have our liquid that we poured off the pork belly. Put some cornstarch, that is 1.5 tablespoons of cornstarch, 2 tablespoons of water. And add the rest of it. Alright, so what we do now, we take some of our thickened juice. We just drizzle it over the top. That's it. See you at the table. Alright, welcome to our table. This is a steamed pork belly with the mustard greens. It is called what in Chinese?
Kou rou.
Kou rou.
Yeah.
And then that is bean sprouts.
With celery.
Celery.
Yep.
Alright. One piece.
Okay. Oh, I like that one thinner. Okay, thank you.
I'll take this.
Usually in my hometown we cooked it with slice of the taro.
Taro.
Yeah.
We did that before.
It absorbed the flavor of all of the dishes. It was very good too.
I did that last time. I wanted to try it without it this time.
Yeah.
I'll take some veggies, dear.
Mm-hmm. More?
That's good. Thank you. So how's the...
It's good. Very flavorful. It's rich in flavor, right?
It's very good, very tender.
Mm-hmm.
When we're in China, my mother-in-law, she knows I like this, so she puts it on the table for a lot of the meals.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have the pickled mustard greens.
Mm-hmm.
You want some?
No.
All right.
Thank you.
Mustard greens are really good. They pick up the flavor of the pork.
Yeah, definitely.
It's actually, it's not sour like it normally is. It's actually
It has
sweet.
the meat flavor.
Yeah. I'm gonna try these veggies. And the celery. That's good. All right. Well, we're gonna finish our meal. I hope you enjoyed watching me make this. It's a longer process, but it's well worth it. We always have great vegetables for supper. So if you like our channel, please hit the like button, please subscribe, and hit the bell for future notifications. We're gonna finish our meal. You have a wonderful night, and we'll see you in the next video.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.